Hey y'all, it's Amanda, the marketing mama for all things real estate and owner of the Home Team Group. You know, the agents on my team and the ones that I mentor are all weekend warriors like myself for our clients. So I wanted to share with you guys a conversation that I actually had today, a Saturday, with a very anxious buyer and her very awesome agent in the event that you too might be thinking of buying. So first, understand that buying power, your buying power, it is impacted by the down payment that you plan to make on your home, because the more you're able to put down, the less you're going to have to borrow. That means your loan amount is going to be lower, right? And with a down payment of 20% or more, you will be eliminating mortgage insurance, which it really will impact that monthly payment. However, you guys, there's tons of loan programs out there with very little or no down payment. And that truly is great for building wealth through homeownership, which is what I'm passionate about and what I've been honored to help buyers and their agents do now for over 20 years. Now, I know you may be nervous when it comes to finances. You know, the key to that peace of mind that you have there is just to go ahead and speak with your loan officer and really determine which of those paths is best for both your short-term goals and your long-term financial goals. You know, in the meantime, I'm going to share with you the tips that I told them today, and that's going to help you to kind of save for that down payment, whatever the down payment amount is. So let me go ahead and start with the first time buyer, like the one from today. So again, if you are buying your first home, here are some really great tips to help make saving for that first purchase really easy. The first thing I always say is to set a savings goal. Okay, so the one way to determine how much to save is use this average sale amount for the price of homes that you like, and then figure out your target down payment percentage. So say you're looking at a $300,000 house and you've talked with your awesome loan officer and they've recommended to you a 3.5% down FHA loan. Well, then you multiply that 300,000 by 3.5%, which gives you $10,500. That's the beginning of your savings goal. Of course, you're going to want to account for your upfront costs like your inspection and appraisal. And so go ahead and add, another $1,500, which is going to make your savings goal now an even $12K. But don't stop there, because buying a home also involves closing costs. And yes, great agents like myself and my nationwide network of exceptional agents can oftentimes negotiate to have those costs paid by the seller. But if you are thinking of buying, a very good rule of thumb in general is to save at least 2 to 6% of the purchase price to accommodate closing costs and other prepaid items. The second thing that you can do to save for your down payment is to check out home buying programs. There's state, county, and local government programs that offer grants for first-time home buyers to use. And so I encourage you to work with a lender who can simultaneously pre-approve you for a mortgage while also determining if you meet the qualifications for first-time buyer programs. The link below to my home search website, yourhometeamgroup.com, it's going to connect you with my favorite lender who does just that. The third thing that you can do, hey, ask for a gift. Ask your family. According to NAR, 28% of first-time buyers are actually given money from their family to use toward their down payment on their house. So that's a gift that keeps on giving. And guess what? They're able to do that without being on the deed or mortgage. So if you have it like that, doesn't hurt to ask, right? The fourth thing that you can do is look to boost your income. Get a side job or sell items online or do a garage sale and really increase, your funds in a short amount of time. But be sure to save any windfalls that you get, including if you're getting a tax return coming up, save those and set them aside. Put those funds in like a separate bank account and document where they came from. No mattress money, put it in the bank. And the fifth thing for first-time home buyers, obviously, cut down on your expenses. Go ahead and review your monthly expenses and look for ways to save. Think about the items you can live without, like maybe Starbucks. I can't, but maybe you can. But go ahead and eliminate that daily expense. $5 saved is over $1,800 a year. I told the buyer today, and I often joke about this constantly, is, hey, girl, you're going to have to live on the ramen noodle diet. But seriously, a tiny bit of sacrifice will get you a huge amount of equity for your future, and that's very satisfying. But how about if you are a repeat buyer or an investor? If you're thinking of buying another home or a second home or rental property, I've got a couple more hints that will help you to save some more money in addition to some of the tips that I gave the first-time buyers. Obviously, the grants don't apply to you, but everything else does. Number one, go ahead and tap into your equity. If you've paid off or paid down your mortgage on your primary residence, you may be able to tap into your equity to purchase another property. So obviously contact your favorite lender and learn more about a home equity line of credit, aka a HELOC, or even a cash out refinance. There are benefits to both, and it definitely doesn't hurt to ask. The second thing I recommend is renting a room. If you have a mother-in-law suite or any other kind of accessible unit attached to your property, go ahead and rent it out and channel that income into like a high interest savings account. Honestly, if you have a financial planner that you like, and if you don't, I can help you get that one. But go ahead and ask them about compound interest and discuss if it makes sense in the time frame that works for you to put it into that kind of account. Either way, the extra income from renting a room, it's going to get you way closer to that down payment goal. The third thing I recommend to any buyer is to go ahead and tap into your 401k. If you have a 401k, that is. You may be allowed to borrow a portion of it. It's usually like the lesser of up to $50,000 or half of the value of the 401k. But remember, it is a loan, so you will have to pay it back. So if you leave your job or you lose your job before you repay that loan, you're gonna have to repay the balance, and it's like pretty stiff penalties from what I understand. But again, usually you have that equity back in your house. But it's definitely worth looking into to purchase your next home for an income producing property. And finally, the fourth recommendation I have, find a partner, find somebody else that wants to go in with you and split the cost and split the profits, of course. But just make sure that you work with an attorney to create a partnership agreement that benefits but also protects the both of you. So again, just like that financial planner, if you need a real estate attorney, I will hook you up as well. Feel free to reach out. The key to any home ownership plan is to prepare. And it's fun and exciting when you work with agents who understand how to leverage equity and help you get those opportunities to do the same. So reminder for us, whether it takes 3 weeks, 3 months, or 3 years, if your goal is home ownership, our goal is to get you there. So please feel free to reach out to us literally any day of the week, anytime, for any real estate related questions, as we are honored to assist you with all things real estate.